on WCPT AM and FM.
Welcome back to Chicago's Progressive Talk, and you're listening to Our Town. I am Mike Sanders, and I'm joined with the most fabulous producer in the world, Julia Schuh. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning, Mike.
It's always a pleasure to have you here. So, you went out and you found me some music.
I try.
You're so hip with this stuff. You know, my music collection stops at like 1962.
Stop it.
And then I wave my stick at the young people and say, turn that down, because that's how I roll. But you found Julie Sparks. She's a singer-songwriter, and she's affiliated with the Northern Illinois Food Bank. So, first of all, Julie, are you there?
Yes,
Awesome.
I'm here.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning here on Our Town. And can you tell us how you found and how you hooked up with the Northern Illinois Food Bank, and what's your role with those guys? What are you doing with those guys?
Well, basically, in the line of work I was working in the banking industry. I've seen every single day people being directly impacted by this financial economic crisis we've been in for a while. And I just kind of thought as we were going along that I have to do something. There's something that I can do. I don't really know what it was, but it's just like I just felt the urge to do something. So I was planning on headed down to Nashville because it's kind of like my second home. And being a songwriter, I wrote a song, and I just was like, okay, this has to go somewhere, and this would be perfect for me to pair this up with raising funds off of the download sales with a food bank or something to do something to make a difference.
Because you're
and
just so
I looked
motivated
online
to help.
at feedingamerica.com or .org, and by looking up their website and entering in my zip code, Northern Illinois Food Bank is the main food bank that supplies all of the food to the Northern Illinois counties. And I called them up and said, can we meet and talk about how this can happen, and, would you guys be interested in accepting the sales from the donations from people downloading the song once it's recorded and, up on iTunes? And of course they said yes. It's been a great relationship so far, and we're starting to see the fruits of the labor. But, they're a great organization that does so much for the community in so many ways.
Now, if somebody wanted to find the song that you donated to these, that you use the donations for, where would they? You can find it on iTunes, I guess. That's first off. Everybody can find everything else there. Is there another place where they can find it, or?
Well, on iTunes, it has to be specifically searched for Out of the Blue USA. It's not under Julie Sparks. And if you put Out of the Blue, I guess Debbie Gibson and some other people come up. And if you look up Julie Sparks, there's, I think, 2 or 3 other artists that have that name. So it has to be searched directly for Out of the Blue USA. And you can also look on outoftheblueusa.com, and when you go to that website, there's our contact information. People can, send for information to actually purchase the CD. We could send it to them. Downloads are so much easier for a lot of people. They can just click in on iTunes and they're done. We also have some food drives events that are coming up in July and August, so you can come in person and you can purchase those in person. So there's a couple different sources. We were just going to have it just on downloads, but the more we thought about it, it kind of evolved from being just one song to being a whole entire remix CD of different styles of music. So that way, if someone really likes hardcore rock or reggae or a dance remix, even
really,
they're going to get the same. They're going to get the same message, but it's going to be in different envelopes, which is. To me, it's just a better way to make use of the song. So if somebody doesn't like a pop alternative type country song, there's something that is going to be in it for hopefully everyone.
Is this your first foray into the activism arena, or have you just always, have you done other things, or?
No, I haven't. Short of, I believe it was in college one day, I was really upset that a major airline was going on strike, and a lot of people were thinking we weren't going to be able to get home to see our families over the Thanksgiving season. So from Nashville, I decided to grab a couple of my friends and picket and be like, we can't go on strike. We need to get home to see our family, and other things like that. I'm really passionate about things that I believe in. I stand up for people and things that I believe in, and this was just something. This is like my offering. This is what I can bring, and it takes nothing off the skin of my back to do this. And it's evolved into it's meaning so much more because I'm meeting people who are even more directly impacted by by the economy and how it's affecting them and their family and how they can't put food on their table, and hearing their stories. And it validates the hard work and the floor to ceiling of T-shirts and CDs and things that I've had to do to kind of make things fit around my house, to make this food assistance outreach program possible. And it's inspired me. I mean, I get so much more back from it than I think any I could ever put out. So it's been a huge blessing in my life to be a part of this and be a part of the people that have come along my path with this journey I'm on.
All right.